All right, here we go, everybody. At least the game's gotten pretty good. It looked like it was getting out of hand there for a second. Yeah, I guess, right, guy? Okay, this is... I've done the Diamond Heist full stealth. So it's possible to do this with stealth. Snacks might be here later, I'm not sure. I expect that he will be, but I haven't heard from him today. All right. Let's see if this is actually, like, doable.
Go on ahead. I'll wait here. I'll have you covered, don't worry.
I'll keep watch. You go ahead. Consider me the cavalry.
Get your game face on, buddies.
Get down! Don't make me say it again. I'm not gonna say it again.
That hostage will definitely make them have to regroup. Buys you more time. Great. Now use the keycard to get inside the server room, second floor.
Come along now. Come on.
No! Damn, things were going good.
Right. You're going to need the manager's keycard. Find him.
I'll do that too.
Actually, I don't think they'll come in here, so the best place is right here.
Look out for the manager. 40s, black suit, balding. Probably around the back offices.
Don't know what that did.
You're looking for the manager. Mid-40s, balding, black suit. Soulless, heartless, greedy. You know the type.
Man, Maxey hasn't done shit. This is a bad look for the Knicks. Could he be downstairs? I'm hoping he's not, but maybe.
Keep an eye open for the manager. Black suited creep. Losing a bit up top. Mid-40s. Get his key card.
What is money doing resting on top of a dude's computer?
Can't say much is happening here, to be honest.
Actually,
Find the manager. Look for the creepy guy in a suit. 40s. Going bald. That'll be him.
All right.
The manager is our target. Middle-aged creep with a bald spot. Get his key card.
I'm buying Detroit.
That sounds great. I'm gonna pay off my credit cards. Put a little into a savings account.
Oh, really? Well, you think maybe I should too? Always wanted a helicopter. When the bailout money arrives, I'm buying two.
That's wonderful. I'm thinking of sharing it with friends and family.
where else could he be? I mean, I guess he could be downstairs. There's no rule against that.
The bank manager wears a black suit. Balding. He looks like the kind of creep who spends all his day on his phone.
Mhm. Ah.
Gotcha. On the ground. You do what I tell you. I said, get down on the ground. You do what I tell you.
Good.
I got
Make
the
the cops think
keycard.
twice about coming in here. Great. Now use the keycard to get inside the server room, second floor. The metal detectors need to be shut down. We can do that by disabling the power. Look for circuit boxes. That's the metal detectors dealt with. Great. I managed to get one of the employees onto our side. They're willing to open the gates leading to the vault. Let me put them through.
Can you hear me? The gates require a key code. Can't use mine or I'm dead, so you need to find a 4-digit code.
As the lady said, get searching these terminals I marked. One of them is bound to have the code we need.
All
Bound
right.
to.
Will do.
God damn it, I have to go back downstairs where it's not very safe.
The terminals, you see them? You need to check them for the code.
God, I think there were a ton of people down there too. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this. Oh man. Yeah.
When we score that government bailout, I'm moving to that island with the dinosaurs.
That sounds fun. I think I'll pay off my parents' mortgage.
That sounds sensible. Yeah. Maybe I'll put a little aside for that. When my bonus comes through, I'll finally be able to get that guitar. The one Hendrix used? No, this is
Now what will we find?
I'm thinking of sharing it with friends and family.
Mortgage foreclosures. Revoked. No codes though.
Move.
Come on, let me see what you got. Account reports, but no codes. Try the next one. Okay, searching. Student loan. Erased, but no codes. Try another.
Come on, dude, beat it.
Give me a second to check. CD interest rate. 50%. But no code. Keep looking. Alright, let's see what we got. Credit applications. Accepted. No codes though. Next one. Come on, let me see what you got. And here we go. The code is 1138. We got what we need to get through the gate. Now, meet with the insider.
Coming from floor 2, heading to the gates. See you there.
I have no idea how I'm going to get over there, though. There's somebody looking right at me when I come out here.
when we score that government bailout, I'm moving to that island with the dinosaurs. That's pretty sweet. I don't know what I'll spend mine on. Maybe invest it in a long-term CD.
Doesn't seem like they're going to move either. Yeah, can't stand up. God, there needs to be a door, like, right here.
Okay, I'm at the gates. Meet me there. Hey, I'm at the gates. Get over here.
Watch the civvies. Get down on the ground. No sudden movements. Put your hands in the air. Hands up. Down on the ground. I mean, I didn't see anything.
That's the alarm, guys. It's on now. That's the alarm.
Oh.
Plan B. Countdown. The copy machine in the server room has the Plan B equipment.
Well, that was actually going pretty dang well. But I have no idea how I'm supposed to get over there.
Need the manager's key card. Find him.
I don't think there's much demand for Confederate flag. I'm afraid not. We cannot sanction a loan to buy out our bank.
Remember the bank manager. Get his key card from
He's
him.
probably up here.
He's balding. Wears a black suit. Most likely busy on his phone. Looks like he's ready to head out pink slip.
My gun's ready when the cops show.
Great. You've disabled all cameras in the front and upstairs. Just a few in the vault area. The bank manager wears a black suit. Balding. He looks like the kind of creep who spends all his day on his
No
phone.
real issues. Except I got the hiccups.
I'm gonna reload.
Body bag case right here. It's here.
Find the manager. Look for the creepy guy in a suit. 40s. Going bald. That'll be him.
Get down. Don't make me say it again. Don't try to be a hero. I said get down.
I don't have to remind you. Every hostage is an asset.
Key card.
Great. Now use the key card to get inside the server room. Second floor.
Come on.
You need to disable the metal detectors. Cutting their power will do the job. Look for electricity boxes. That's the metal detectors dealt with. Great. I managed to get one of the employees onto our side. They're willing to open the gates leading to the vault. Let me put them through.
Can you hear me? The gates require a key code. Can't Can't use mine or I'm dead, so you need to find a 4-digit code.
You heard her. I've done a little homework and
Will
marked
do.
some terminals that should have the 4-digit code on them somewhere.
Okay, hopefully it's a little more freedom of movement over here. I think there is, actually. I think this should work okay.
Check the terminals, gang. We're looking for a code. CD interest rate. 50%. But no code. Keep looking. Now what will we find? Credit applications. Accepted. No codes though. Next one. Fingers crossed this is the one. Credit score 80/50. But no codes.
80/50? That's not how credit scores work, buddy. No such thing as an 80/50 credit score.
It's hard to say. I'm not sure. Everything's in order over here, though. Over.
Give me a second to check. And the code is
Yes.
1138.
God, that was clutch, not having to go over there.
The insider. She'll be able to open the gates.
Coming from floor 2, heading to the gates. See you there.
Man. High game, alright. We gotta... Things are happening. Okay, please tell me there's only one guard down there.
You guys can take a smoke break or grab a coffee. I'll be here for a while.
Ooh.
I'm waiting at the gates. Hurry up.
Okay, the code will open these gates. The vault is on the other side.
Enter the code.
All
Looks
right.
good.
We're through.
You're through. But I saw nothing, right?
Next, we need to gain access to the main vault. It's controlled by 2 keycard terminals, and each needs activating within seconds of the other. So find 2 keycards.
Oh, great. Yeah, this is gonna be practically impossible then, unless I get really lucky.
You're looking for 2 keycards. Look around the desks, offices.
There's one.
Those cards on the security terminal. Then use the second key card on the key panel by the vault door. There's a short window, so don't shilly-shally. That's all the cameras dealt with. The whole bank is blind to us now.
Don't make me say it again. Keep looking. You heard what I said? Come along now. Come on.
Shit.
Time for Plan B. Start the countdown.
I didn't agree to this. I'm out of here.
Plan A anyway.
That was actually going really well. But that was extremely unlucky.
The vault is buried deep in the back of the bank. You know the rules. Walk inside. Okay, find the bank manager.
Unfortunately, we cannot extend your credit line to cover incidental costs like hookers and blow.
You're missing out on a golden opportunity.
I appreciate that times are difficult.
Find the bank manager. Then tie him down and you'll get the key card.
You got this. Go right ahead. I'll be your backup.
You very much too.
The manager is our target. Middle-aged creep with a bald spot. Get his key card.
You want charity? You're gonna get it, because you're headed right to welfare system.
Time to break a little bad.
That's the front and upstairs dark as far as cameras are concerned. Cameras in the vault area run on a separate circuit though.
Radio signals. Body bag case deployed.
Find the manager. Look for the creepy guy in a suit. 40s, going bald. That'll be him.
For 3! The Sixers will not fade. What?
Can't say much is going
You're
on.
looking for the manager. Mid-40s, balding, black suit. Soulless, heartless, greedy. You know the type.
All right.
Keep an eye open for the manager. Black suited creep. Losing a bit up top. Mid-40s. Get his key card.
15 working days to international transfer. Huh? Well, screw you very much too.
I don't know what you heard. Everything's cool over here.
You think we can touch you? We don't need all these towers. Who gives a rat's ass
He's not over there. I'm in trouble. Man.
Unfortunately, I have doubts that you're serious about your plan to market and manufacture something like art crackers.
Oh, you sure?
Keep an eye open for the manager. Black suited creep. Losing a bit up top. Mid-40s. Get his key card.
We got it!
Where else could he be?
He's balding. Wears a black suit. Most likely busy on his phone. Looks like he's ready to hand out pink slips.
Huh. I've checked all the places I'm familiar with him showing up. And there's no one over here. And there's nobody on this half of the bank. It's actually a pretty nice setup.
The bank manager wears a black suit. Balding. He looks like the kind of creep who spends all his day on his phone.
Where haven't I checked?
Yeah, it's standard. 15.
You're looking for the manager. Mid-40s, balding, black suit. Soulless, heartless, greedy. You know the type.
There's no way he's in the middle, is he? Well, this is really annoying.
Look, you pay back the loan or you lose the house. Mean it, Mom.
He's balding. Wears a black suit. Most likely busy on his phone. Looks like he's ready to hand out pink slips.
I don't care if your crippled kids have dip. Fuck hysteria. Look, you pay back the loan or you lose the house. I mean it, Mom.
Is that him back there? Oh my god, how am I going to get back there? I mean, we got to try. I'm pretty sure that is him, but this is a brutal setup, man.
The manager is our target. Middle-aged creep with a bald spot. Get his key card.
Down on the ground. Get down on the ground. You're pushing it. Don't try to be a hero. Get down on the ground.
That hostage is going to
Come
slow the
along
cops
now.
down.
I found the key card.
Now use the key card to get inside the server room. Second floor.
Come along now.
Can't believe that actually worked.
Disable the metal detectors. Cutting their power will do the job. Look for electricity boxes. That disabled the metal detectors. Good job. I got an inside man here. They'll help us get through the gates leading to the vault. Passing them through now.
Hello? I can open the gates, but we can't go using my code on the keypad. You need to find another.
As the lady said, get searching these terminals I marked. One of them is bound to have the code we need.
Okay, on it!
Now what will we find? Christ, a lot of office gossip, but no codes. Next. Alright, let's see what we got. CD interest rate. 50%. But no code. Keep looking. This might be the one. Extra zero on this transfer. But no code. Try another. Okay, searching. And the code is, 1138. Great. Now head to the insider. She'll be able to open the gates.
Coming from floor 2, heading to the gates. See you there.
I'll let her go do what she needs to do.
My clients are ready to enter the vault. You're not needed here right now. Go for a walk or something.
Ready whenever you are. I'm at the gates. I'm waiting at the gates. Hurry up!
The vault is just beyond here. You got that code?
Enter the code.
It's an older code.
All
but
right.
it checks out.
Pretty good.
We're in.
Okay, time to get to the front and act normal.
Next, we need to gain access to the main vault. It's controlled by 2 keycard terminals, and each needs activating within seconds of the other. So find 2 keycards.
Oh boy. Nope. Brunson for 3. Be right back, guys. Brunson for back-to-back triples.
Those keycards can't have vanished. They're there somewhere.
Fudge.
Hey, buddy, things are in order.
Just give me a minute here. Thanks.
see if there's a place I can hide this where people are unlikely to see it. It might work okay here. This isn't bad, yeah. Well, it would be bad if somebody comes from that direction, actually.
That's all the cameras dealt with. The whole bank is blind to us now.
I said, get down on the ground. Don't test my patience.
Cards. They'll be there somewhere. I know it. Keep looking. Use one of those
Hello.
to the security terminal.
Hey there.
How you doing?
Key panel by the vault.
I'm alright. I wake up and I see that Milwaukee lost, which doesn't surprise me. But what does surprise me is Glenn tries defending it by saying, you know, winning in the NBA is hard.
Yeah. He gets
And
paid
I'm all
millions of dollars to do something that's easy, I guess.
right. I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? He's right. It is hard to win, but even harder to keep you.
Yeah.
Like my God. I'm gonna spend a lot of time trolling Bucks fans who are telling me that Budenholzer needs to get fired. Franchise
Yeah.
to move.
I mean, honestly, would they be here if they had Adrian Griffin? Like, wasn't Adrian Griffin be better than what they were doing?
And that's the question. That's the thing that no one's ever gonna know because everyone says, well, the schedule, blah blah blah, the schedule, blah blah, the schedule is so much harder, blah blah blah. But in those final weeks of the season, the Bucks lost a lot of crucial games that they had no business losing to some of the worst teams in the league.
Double time.
Like that, they went on a losing streak that included losing 2 games to the Raptors.
Right.
They had no business losing that. So they can talk about the schedule all they want, but the fact remains, when Griffin was the coach, you were not just the second best team in the East, you had the second best record in the league, period. When Doc takes over, he finished the season 3 games under 500. And then you lose in the first round. And yeah, you had injuries to your 2 best players, but with the way that Middleton played the whole series, you still should have won anyway.
Clock's ticking, people.
Doc sucks.
I got it.
20 until police arrive.
Roger.
Any second, any second.
All right. Now start stashing that money in the vent.
So, it sounds like your day's basically just starting, so I'm not going to ask you how's your day going. But,
Yeah.
Let's get this stuff moving. Eliminate.
I'm catching up reading all my stuff.
Scanner just got all fully noisy. That's one. Cops responding. Here we go. That's 2. That's 3.
My order was delivered. Uh-oh.
Right. Here's your way out. Get back upstairs and see for the wall into the adjoining building.
man, I really wanted to do this with stealth, actually. I'm going to keep trying it until I can get it. We're close, man. Yeah, Santi, it's pretty bad.
What?
Doc Rivers' performance as the Bucks head coach.
Yeah. It's terrible. And that's the thing, you know, that I was asking. I'm like, they can't fire him because then they'd be paying 3 coaches that aren't coaching the team. But you can't stick with this guy. He sucks.
Demote him to, like, janitor and see if you can get him to quit. That's what I would do.
It's here.
Remember the bank manager.
Aw, bro. I got my email back because I was late on my loan thing. It may take 3 to 4 weeks for processing. Shit.
Okay. Is that a big deal or a little deal?
He looks like the kind of creep who spends all his day on his phone.
Well, that's the thing is it says allow up to.
Right.
Mhm.
They're blind in the front and upstairs. Good work. Only a few in the vault area left.
That'd be hilarious if the Bucks just hired Budenholzer back.
Yeah, that's what they ought to do.
I mean, how much money would they have to pay him to get him to come back after what they did? Like, they fired him right after his brother died. Like, they didn't just fire him.
Yeah, and that's what's funny is they're still paying him, so anything that they give him is just extra on top of that.
Mm-hmm. Bad situation.
Keep an eye open for the manager. Black suited creep. Losing a
Alright, can the Knicks finish this off here? Watching Embiid on defense in this game is depressing. He is so unengaged and uninterested. It hurts to
See,
watch.
this right here is another thing that I really fucking hate. That I really, really fucking hate. And this is why I don't like Glenn and what he was doing. Because Glenn kept making it sound like Giannis was right about to come back because he wanted to keep people's hopes alive.
I'm not saying it again.
But what do you do by saying that? You make people think that Giannis could have come back. So now you've got all sorts of dumbasses on Twitter and other social media who are all like, Giannis should have suited up anyway. How could you abandon your team? And I'm all like, dude, the motherfucker's hurt. Like, what the hell was he going to do? If he's not clear to play, he's not clear to play. And that's exactly what you end up with when you have Glenn being this big dumbass that he is.
No real issues except I slammed my toe.
Now use the key card to get inside the server room. It's on the second floor.
Alright. Knicks by 6. This is going to get away quickly if they... Oh, brick. Alright, so... Here's the thing. We cannot kill any more security guards until we get inside the vault. That's going to be the key thing here, because there are 2 in the vault, and I need to kill both, or else this is never going to work. So, basically, it all comes down to, can I get through the rest of this pre-vault process without killing another security guard? If the answer is yes, then this is doable. If not, then I think it's literally impossible for a solo player. You know, not that I think this is going to be the case, but if I end up having my job search stretch out into, like, the fall or winter, I wonder if there could be, like, a fallback solution for me to go back to school and just subside on that for a little bit, like go to business school or something. I wonder if that's actually possible for someone in my position.
Would you get money for going to school? Because like guys who are in the military get the GI Bill. So when I went to electrician school, thanks to the GI Bill, a lot of guys I knew were getting paid to go to school. Because the GI Bill isn't a loan, so they don't owe anything back. So the school was completely paid for, and then it came along with extra, so that they were just making money by going to school. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this forever. I'm just gonna keep taking classes because I'm getting paid to come here. Like,
right.
I'm basically making as much money as I would be if I was working a $30 an hour job just to come here for 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. And I'm like, that's pretty fucking nice. But, you know, not everybody has that. And I know that you probably wouldn't want to get student loans like I am.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about worst case scenarios here. It's worth thinking about for at least a few minutes.
Yeah. No worries. Da, 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 da.
Yes! Thank Christ I don't have to go over there to get the code. Holy shit.
Heading to the gates. See you there.
Okay, we might be able to pull this off. Yeah, we have 2 pagers left, which is what we need. So we're going to need to catch some breaks here, but this is potentially doable.
My clients are ready to enter the vault. You're not needed here right now. Go for a walk or something.
Knicks by 8. Now or never.
I'm at the security check-in by the gate.
Maxie has had an awful game.
The gates protect the vault.
It's almost like he forgot that he's playing for a new contract.
Okay.
So far, so good.
We're through.
You're through. But I saw no.
So, Santi, are you still in the chat, by the way? I don't know if you're in here right now. Oh, okay. So now that Dame's attempt to ring hunt has failed miserably, how do you feel?
What's even funnier is that he didn't get to go to the team that he wanted to go to. They sent him to Milwaukee, and he'd been pissed off the entire season. Depressed and dying of a lonely heart.
Nah, situation normal with
And then here he is
No,
now.
this ain't gonna work.
Good grief.
He'd gotten nothing out of it except the money that he was going to make anyway.
Right.
Alright, so we know this is doable, it's just hard.
Some people are upset that the Bucks have lost, thinking that the Celtics now have an easy path to the finals. I'm sitting there thinking, if the Celtics make the finals, they were always gonna. But you can't count any of these guys out. Plus, who cares if they make the finals? They're not gonna beat the Nuggets. I feel like in 2022, they didn't beat the Warriors. All that matters.
The manager is our target. Middle-aged creep with a bald spot. Get his key card.
You keep moving, I'll stay here. If things go south, give me a yell.
Look, you pay back the loan or you lose the house.
Yeah, Stanley's right. Lillard didn't have to leave Portland to lose in the first round and get humiliated. All he really achieved was making everyone in the league hate him.
Disable all cameras in the front and upstairs. Just a few in the vault area.
Alright, Maxie. Oh, what a shot. 3-point game. I love how every single announcer in baseball talks, when they talk about Thibodeau, they're all like, oh, he's old school. He doesn't believe in load management. He doesn't believe in taking games off. He doesn't believe in missing practice. And they all say it like it's some overwhelming compliment when over and over again we've seen that his style produces teams that do not win in the playoffs. It's
Yeah, for real.
I don't know why you guys think it's such a good thing that he drives his team into the ground.
Yeah, if anything, because I mean,
Ooh!
Wears a black suit, balding. He looks like the
just how it's always been. Bro, did Maxie just do it in back-to-back games?
Much is happening here, to be honest.
Well, it's a 1-point game now. Knicks with the ball, 1 minute left.
Oh, man. Brunson silencing the haters who called him not clutch after his overtime performance yesterday. Or 2 days ago, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Brunson's super clutch, but like he's just dead, you know? Tibbs have been riding him too hard, because I brought this up. Brunson did have a horrible overtime performance, but the only other person who even took a shot in overtime was Josh Hart, and he took 1 shot. Every other shot attempt that the Knicks have was just Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
He was exhausted. There's not a ton you can do. Oh my god. Bro, okay, so I don't know if you've seen it yet, but Brunson hit an and 1 to put the
Yeah.
Knicks up by 3. He bricked the free throw to put him up by 4.
I'm about to see the free throw.
While I was just talking about, oh man, he's totally clutch. I can't believe, people think after that overtime, blah, blah, blah. He bricked the fucking free throw. If the Sixers nail a 3 here and send it to overtime again after Brunson misses another key free throw, bro. You
Okay.
can't be serious.
That's the third guard. That's not good.
No way. No fucking way.
Okay, I'm just going to restart now. And Embiid. Maxi. Man. Well, Maxi going to the line to shoot 2. Game is not over.
We called it a goaltend.
Oh,
That's
shit.
an and 1.
I didn't see the goaltend. Wow, okay. Wacky.
But if Maxi hits the free throw after Brunson misses it to tie the game, that's a rub.
Mm-hmm.
We got it.
Remember the bank manager. Get his key card from him. Find the manager. Look for the creepy guy in a suit. 40s, going bald. That'll be him. Great.
Mm-mm.
All cameras in the front and upstairs. Just a few in the vault area.
They're looking at the replay for the goaltend. Yeah, I guess it is. Actually, it hits the glass and then he hits it. Yeah. Wow. Can't even hate. I don't know how many points Maxi has in this game, but I think he's scored like 90% of his points in the last 3 minutes here.
Maxi's 6 for 18 with 14 points.
Yeah, he's not had a good day.
He's only hit 1 3 all game. So I was right that Maxi wouldn't have another game like that. But then Embiid actually played decent. Maxi makes it. Tie game.
All right. Who gets the last shot for the Knickerbockers?
It'd be a 1-point Knicks lead if Brunson just hit that fucking free throw.
Mhm.
Annie, that would be such a glorious fucking thing if that ended up happening, man. Let me tell you.
The manager is our target. Middle-aged creep with a bald spot. Get his key card.
If the Bucks whiff again, so perfect.
I mean, I think there's a very good chance they keep Doc because they don't want to pay another coach. Doc coaching
Yeah.
this team for a full year would be.
Yeah, Titan just told me in the basketball channel. He said that Glenn's contract is 3 years, 97 million.
Man, so he was one of the highest paid coaches in the league.
Yes.
Good lord. What an L.
Since the Bucks season is over, obviously there's a lot of rumors and discussion on what's going on happening next.
Mm-hmm.
It also looks like there's going to be a mass exodus in the front office because of this shit. Glenn's going to fill the place up with his guys, and he's going to shit it up even harder. Because a lot of those guys are sick to death of how this has gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to blame them. You know, back-to-back first-round exits, and only last year made sense. But after losing last year, you have a fucking conniption. Like, even Titan, he was all like, well, losing the first round last year was worse. And I'm all like, how the fuck is it worse? Miami made the finals. Pacers won't. This is a team that was built to upset somebody.
I think he means that more in the sense that last year Giannis was playing. And they still lost.
Yeah, now that I can understand, but that was basically the ECF in the first round. Whoever won that series was going to the... There you go. That's more fucking like it. Josh Hart, instead of just putting the ball in Brunson's hand at the end of the game again, Brunson passes it to Josh Hart, who makes the 3-point Knicks lead with 24 seconds left. Best the Sixers can do is send this to overtime. They can't win the game with the remaining time. So yeah, that's what I do if I'm the Sixers. I just hold on to the ball and just try to get that 3.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm seeing the play now. Brunson to Hart. Back to Brunson. They leave Hart wide open at the top, and he takes and drains a 3. 24 seconds left.
So, all right. You're sure? You don't want to invest in a campaign to make bananas less banana-shaped?
Perhaps you should apply at the Benevolent Bank.
Okay, let me get this straight. You ain't gonna loan me the money to put my car into my submarine?
Listen to my lips.
Where else could he be?
Oh man, I feel stupid.
Join the club.
No, the thing with my financial aid, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh man.
But it's more just inconvenience rather than a disastrous event, right?
Exactly, and it's because I've got a job. Because I've got a job, nothing changes. It'll just take just a little bit longer. But yeah.
I'll be here.
All right, well.
Okay, that makes sense. Sixers went for the quick 2, and then they fouled the Knicks on the other end, but it took them a while. There's 11 seconds left. So if the Knicks don't choke here, we just end up in the exact same spot. I don't know why they went for the quick 2.
Oh, God. They gave up. Oh, okay. I thought he was... It makes no sense to take the layup. Oh, okay. They finally fouled. It took forever. They were going for the steal.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of dancing.
upstairs dark as far as cameras are concerned. Cameras in the vault area run on a separate circuit, though. Keep an eye open for the manager.
Union. What's a union family, Santi? How do you mean that?
Get his key card.
Family member of someone who's in a specific union and therefore gets access to the union benefits.
Oh, that's a pretty sweet deal. Yeah.
There you go. The Knicks actually got it to a guy who could fucking hit both free throws, and he did. DiVincenzo trains them both.
Game ain't over yet.
True. What was the line for tonight's game?
I think the Sixers were
Philly
favored
was-
by 3.5.
Yes, that's correct.
Manager is our target. Middle-aged creep with a bald spot.
Oh, now that's just weird. That's not what I expected at all. Hibbs does not want this game to go to overtime again. He fouled on the inbound
Yeah.
to not let him get a three.
Who was the announcer who hated fouling down 3? That one announcer.
I'm not sure.
There was one announcer who hated it.
I'm not sure, but that wow, I did not expect that out of Tibbs. I did not expect that out of Tibbs.
These Knicks need a couple days off before the next series starts, and he knows it.
Real.
We're not able to offer unguided tours
First
of
thing
the
I did
premises,
when that
and
bailout
especially
came
not
through
the
was
room
buy a
level
Longfellow.
premises.
Hey, I'm supporting the auto industry.
Oh no. I mean, nothing bad's happened yet, but this is a bad sign. The guy the Knicks got the ball to, the Batum fouled, was Brunson. So I'm like,
He's
don't
usually
choke.
good.
Don't choke.
He's usually good.
But this is when you develop the reputation as a choker if he fucks it up again. Alrighty, hit the first one. Good job. You just gotta hit that second one too. Alright, here it comes. Everybody hold your breath. Oh my god, there we fucking go. Brunson nails it. Sixers do not have a timeout. They try like hell to get an inbound. For some reason, they get it to Buddy Hield, of all fucking people, to take the game-tying three wide. Brick. And it's over. The Knicks win. Hibbs refusing to allow a three actually was really good. That paid off. Good job. Yeah,
All right,
I
here we
am
go.
surprised. Yeah, I'll let you.
All right. Oh, okay. Just got knocked out of bounds. Still 4 seconds left. Sixers inbounding the ball. Needing a 3 to tie on my screen. Why don't the Knicks foul again? It worked the first time.
Sure, but anyway, I'm surprised the Knicks won that after the disastrous second quarter that they had. They got outscored by 17 points in the second quarter.
That hostage will cost you time.
Nah, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, this is not going to do me any good. I did not know that was a security guard. All right. Yeah, Knicks win. Good for them. So, wow, this is the first time the Knicks have won a playoff series in back-to-back years since the lockout season. By which I mean, of course, the original lockout season, not the...
Right.
Okay, find the bank manager.
Do your case. I'll be here.
No, I don't think the pigs would appreciate that, even if they're dead.
Patrick Ewing was on the team.
Get his key card from him.
Watch it, guys. Good luck, buddies. Hey, buddy. Everything's just fine.
You like Burger King? No, I don't like Burger King very much.
Burger King D's nuts. Wait, hold on. I think I did it wrong.
Disable all cameras in the front and upstairs. Just a few in the vault area.
So, what do the Sixers do at this point? They've tried so many different combinations and permutations of this Embiid core. And, I mean, this year was a pretty decent shot they had at it overall. And nothing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Man, that is crazy.
Do they just hope Maxey becomes the next Steph Curry next year or something? Like he ascends another level up? Or I don't know.
Yeah, and that's it's tough because Maxey, pretty sure he's got a player option, but Maxey he earned his bag because of that game, game 5.
Mm-hmm.
But if you pay the fuck out of him, like you pay him a shitload of money, what do you do after that? It's like they just obviously proved to you that Maxey and Embiid, but those two as your guys are not enough.
Said get down. I'm not saying it again. Get down on the ground.
They have a full max slot to offer to anyone. You know what would be hilarious? They brought Harden back. But maybe Paul George, because he's expected to opt out.
Would you rather have Paul George or Maxey, though? Because presumably they could only have one. If they could have both, now that's spicy meatball, but...
Well, that's what I'm interpreting off what Lightning Data said, is they have a full max slot to offer anyone. I'm assuming, since he said that's not including Maxey, that they can give a max to Maxey and to someone else. That's why I said that. If they can only choose to hand it off to Maxey, yeah, they can have both. You can go over the cap to extend Maxey. So they'll do that, yeah. If they could only have one or the other, then yeah, they were fucked. But that's what they'll do, is they'll try to build a big three, because we went over yesterday with the free agents. There's a lot of guys that are really good. But that's the thing, is one of them's Harden. And that would be hilarious if they brought Harden back.
Didn't Harden basically say he'd rather retire than play for what's his face again? Morey?
Morey is a Morion. Oh man, this is a really good meme right here. Alright, so I'm gonna DM you some stuff.
Alright. Okay, this is actually a pretty good run right now, guys. We might be able to pull this off. Oh, wait a minute. There's still one more of these fucking things? God damn it. I never miss the fucking electric boxes. I swear to God, if one of them spawned in, like, some place downstairs with 8 people watching it, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. I will literally shit my pants on stream. What the hell?
I really feel so embarrassed at this. Like, they were telling me, "Hey, do this back in March," and I just completely glazed over that part of the email until I was like checking it out today, earlier today, and I'm like, "Fuck me, I completely forgot to do this."
All right, well, it doesn't sound like it's that big of a deal, so
yeah, I just feel fucking stupid as shit.
I've done things like that before. I remember when I went to when I went to university, I was required to have a school email address that I would get particularly sensitive emails in. And you never would remember to check that fucking thing because it was so hard to log in. So I would get important emails that I just would never see. And then eventually I'd be like, oh, shit.
Whoopsie. Yeah. Now for me, I'm one of those people who's like, hey, now that things are getting better, now's the time to crack up. Now's the time to fucking, no more mistakes, no more stupid nonsense. And then sure enough. He says, if Orlando and the Mavs can win their series, is actually shaping up to be a really interesting playoffs. Well, Sandy, a lot of people might not remember this, but I was saying back in November and December that the Pacers were built to upset somebody, that this is a dark horse team, that I said I believe that the East is very deep, and that one of any 6 teams could make it out of the East, and I would not at all be surprised. I said the Celtics, the Heat, the Bucks, the Pacers, the Cavs, and the Magic, and the Knicks could all come out of the East, and I would not be surprised because the East is very, very deep this year. It's very competitive. The one team I felt absolutely 100% confident, absolutely certain they would not make the Eastern Conference Finals was the Sixers. I said there's no chance in hell Embiid's going to do it. Conference Finals virgin forever. It's just a done deal. And that's exactly what ended up happening. But while everyone's saying, oh, it looks like Boston gets to laugh their way to the finals, I'm like, don't count them out. Because I was calling the Pacers a dark horse team before they got Siakam. And they got so much better when they got Siakam. With Spo getting sent home, Carlisle is now the best coach remaining in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Yeah, Carlisle's fantastic, for sure.
The Pacers could absolutely shock the world and make the finals here. A lot of people are going to say, well, they only made it past the Bucks because the Bucks are so injured. And it's like, dude, they deserve to make it. But think about who's already advanced. Celtics, Knicks, and the winner of either the Cavs or the Magic. Pacers, I believe, could win a 7-game series against any of those guys. And because of the way that the seeding works, their next opponent will be the Knicks. I could see them winning that.
Knicks might be exhausted.
They already are.
In true Thibodeau fashion.
Exactly. So at that point, I'm going to sit here and be like, I was the only person who wasn't a Pacers fan who was predicting at the beginning of the season that this team was going to make the fucking ECF. And the Celtics, I don't think, have a laugher to get to the finals. I think they're going to be tested the whole way. The only time I say it's all a moot point is because the Nuggets are obviously going to repeat this year, unless Denver gets really, really injured. But barring injury, then yeah, Denver's going to take it. But I've been saying that literally since they won last year. I'm like, yeah, nobody's beating this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Halliburton was playing like he was before the All-Star break. I'd agree. Halliburton's had a number of different things that he's been struggling with to explain all that. However, you would hope that with additional rest time plus the morale boost and the confidence boost of winning a series, he looks really good in Game 5, even though they lost. I don't know how he looked today. Let me see here. Yeah, Halliburton put up an absolute stinker from 3. He was 2 for 10. However, on the whole, the night, he was really key for the team. He almost scored as many points as Siakam, and he led both teams in assists. Halliburton had a very bad 3-point shooting night, but on his shots that weren't threes, he was 5 for 6. And he did an amazing job at distributing the ball. And I gotta believe that while he had a bad 3-point shooting night, he on the whole he was really good. And he's not always going to have a bad 3-point shooting night. If the Heat have taught the league anything about the Celtics, it's that they suck at defending the 3. So any team that gets consistent with their 3-point shooting or the duration of the series and not just one game, you can beat the Celtics. If the Heat played every game like they played Game 2, they'd have swept the Celtics. But that was the only game where they shot even half decent.
Barkley said Orlando is a tough matchup for the Celtics. I don't know a ton about this Magic team, to be honest, but I'm certainly going to be paying attention to that series.
Paolo's putting in work.
Yeah, Paolo's good.
I wonder if people thought before the playoffs started that the closest and most competitive series we were going to see was going to be Cavs Magic. Because on the one hand, they have been just trading blowouts, but like...
Oh, the last game was good.
Yeah. No road team has won, and it's like, if that's the case, this will go to 7.
Coming from floor 2, heading to the gates. See you there.
Yeah, Paolo's really been putting in some work. And I always forget until somebody talks about it, but they're right. This Magic team is the team that has Markelle Fultz on, a former #1 overall pick.
He's okay now. He actually occasionally does things that are kind of good.
Oh man, I'm sure you're gonna love this meme. Check this out.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The post that Titan just made in memes is pretty good.
Wow, what the fuck? One of the Twitter accounts that I follow, this guy Alaric the Barbarian, I love him. He talks about fighting a lot in all sense, you know, whether it's professional fighting or the history of warfare. He talks about it a lot, and I love that. So he does this thread and he's talking about it. He says the 100-man kumite is, or probably kumite because it's Japanese, probably the hardest single feat in combat sports. 100 rounds, bare knuckle, full contact. He says only 32 people have ever done it. More people than that climb Mount Everest every month. Because I mean that's fucking insane. It's like a fucking
Yeah, who the hell would sign up for that?
Right, it's a fucking maniac fighting tournament where the only rest is to wait for the other fights to finish, but it's all done in like one day, one event. Just fucking take people on. That is bonkers. So anyway, the response to that, and why I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck? The response to that, this guy comes in out of nowhere. He says these martial arts people are the biggest closet cases going. If they were honest with themselves, they just cut the bullshit, go to a gay sauna, and let groups of men run a train on them. It's like, sir, this is a Wendy's. Like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Here we got people talking about karate tournament, and one of the craziest fucking events in human history. Again, only 32 people have ever done it. More people than that climb Mount Everest every month. And this guy comes in and starts talking about, hey, why don't we all just suck each other's dick? Like, bro, what?
Lure
Jesus
001,
Christ.
thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Lure 001.
Excuse me, sir, this is a Wendy's. Good grief.
Now use the keycard to get inside the server room, second floor.
Gary Harris played 19 minutes and put up a Lonzo Ball level stat line. No, that's more like that's more the Ben Simmons. Lonzo Ball is the triple single.
I remember Mike Conley used to be the king of the triple single. There's that one Grizzlies fan on the NBAB who was always complaining about Mike Conley, and then one year Mike Conley became a really good player, and he was like, yeah, late bloomer.
I remember Gary Harris. You know what's funny? Like, Lightning Dad is actually correct. Gary Harris is legitimately the reason that the Nuggets took so long to win a championship, even though Jokic was a god for so long. Because once they finally get rid of him, the Nuggets instantly turn it around. Gary Harris was on that team for 7 seasons. He's actually super cancer. As soon as they said, get rid of this noob and let Jamal Murray actually flourish, it was a done deal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I cannot drop that guy. If I drop that guy, I'm quitting out.
Gary Harris sucks. Yeah, I'm looking at the box score right now. It wasn't just that he put up the old Ben Simmons stat line. Because he did take some shots. He just missed everything. He was 0 for 3. 2 turnovers, 3 fouls, and the only positive stat he put up at all was 2 blocks. However, to be fair, while he was on the losing team, he had a plus minus of positive 2. The real reason that the Magic lost was from Franz Wagner. 4 fouls, 2 turnovers, 3 for 11, including 1 for 6 from 3. Just terrible, terrible performance. In a game you lose by 1 point, that's unacceptable.
Check the terminals, gang. We're looking for a code.
So tomorrow there's only the one game, right? We've got the Magic Cavs, and that one's definitely going to be won by the Magic because it has to go 7 because no other series is going to go 7.
I see here. No, there's 2 games tomorrow.
What's the other one?
Cavs Magic and Clippers Mavs, game
right.
6.
Okay, we're not getting the extra day off there.
That could be the potential Mavs clinch it. If they don't, then that one goes to 7.
Mhm.
But do we really think that the Mavs are going to lose at home when they could win it?
It's been a weird ass series.
Christ, a lot of office gossip, but no code.
I'm not going to rule anything out.
Now what will we find?
Huh.
Foreclosures.
Wow. You get courtside seats to that Mavs game 6 tickets right now being sold for $941. That's a great deal for how close it is. I
Yeah,
know it sounds like a ton, but
maybe Kawhi Leonard will belly flop on to you when he's diving for a loose ball, and then you can sue him for $8 million.
Heading to the gates. See you there.
The manager asked me to tell you to do the rounds. I'll be here for a while. Go on now.
Okay, I'm at the gates. Meet me there.
Not leaving until they leave. Okay.
Okay, the code will open these gates. The vault is on the other side.
Punch in the code.
All right.
Looks good.
But I feel like Clippers Mavs is over, so it's all up to Cavs Magic to give us at least one 7-game series.
We're through.
You're through. But I saw nothing, right?
Next, we need to gain access to the main vault.
Mhm.
It's controlled by 2 keycard terminals, and each needs activating within seconds of the other. So find 2 keycards. How are you doing tracking down those 2 keycards?
Mm.
oh damn it, I'm not allowed to be discriminatory towards women and gays. I had high hopes for this job.
Uh-huh. In your capacity doing this job, how would you even do something like that?
If I see the name on a package is a very obvious feminine name, then just throw the package into the trash instead of packing it properly. I guess. I don't know.
Down on the ground. Pushing it.
I guess that works.
I found
Use
a
one of
key
those
card.
cards on the security terminal. Then, use the second key card on the key panel by the vault door. There's a short window.
Okay, they're making me acknowledge that I've read this form that says if I, for any reason, have to use a company computer during my shift,
Keep looking.
I'm not allowed to access adult websites. And I'm all like, the bad thing is that they need to put that in there because somebody did it, and they have to tell you not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Good God.
Everything's just like you left it. Only better.
Oh, based. Because Amazon's a big company that does shit everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Marijuana's still federally illegal, and there are plenty of states where it's not legalized yet.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we don't care if it's legal in the state that you live in. You can't be doing that when you're working here. And I'm like, dude, no wonder they blow through so many employees. No wonder.
Yeah.
You show up to work smelling like a skunk, and they're like, well, that might work for you at your fucking bullshit minimum wage job working at a gas station, but it's not going to work here. Oh, man. I love it already.
Based.
Sitting on the radio.
Exactly.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I need to figure out where the second key card is before I scan the first one. Oh, this could actually be a big problem if it's all... Oh, yeah, it is all the fucking way out here. This could be really hard. This could be borderline... This might be literally impossible. Okay. Okay.
Now, the key panel outside the vault. Hurry.
I got a key card.
Too slow. Try again.
Let's get this fucking thing open.
Okay, thank God it lets me try again, at least.
And now the vault key panel. Hustle.
Oh, okay. This isn't so bad. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. I didn't know it would let you try a second time. No.
Payday!
There it is. Neatly stacked. Well, you're robbers, ain't ya? Get robbing. Ah, look at all that cash. Okay, fill your bags, gang.
Man. I might actually be about to pull this off. Okay, these things don't open, do they?
Time to go.
Once you've got your fill, throw the bags through that vent by the elevators. Don't worry. You'll see him again soon.
Well, this was very rewarding. I can't even lie.
Let's carry this stuff the fuck out of here.
I hate having to do it all by myself, but whatever. God, I thought that was a person over there. That would have infuriated me.
Remember, stash the loot in the vent.
Pacers won the season series against the Knicks 2-1.
That's 4. Now, you ready to call it? Find our insider. She's going to show you a way to slip out.
Hell no. There's nobody else in this vault but me. I have all day here.
That's 5.
I literally have so much freedom in this vault right now. I could, like, be in here for a few days. So I could, like, shit enough to leave a very explicit and elaborate message for the bank manager who I just robbed. If I wanted to. I'm not going to, because that would be petty.
She'll get you out of there. That's 7.
But I could.
That's 8.
I'm assuming that none of the safe deposit box is open. I'll check before I leave, but doesn't look like it.
Keep him coming.
Okay, this is 10. You're stealing so much fucking money. Wait a minute, did that one not go through? Oh, no, it did. No.
Our insider can show you the way out. Find her.
Yeah, okay.
And I can't sexually harass anybody.
Find our insider.
We used to be a
She'll show you
country.
Yeah, do they have seminars from Sexual Harassment Panda?
That's a good point. I may actually have to sit through one of those fucking things.
You're getting paid for it, though, so why complain?
Fair enough.
Hey, Austin. Okay, doesn't look like I can do anything with any of this, so I'm just gonna go and get on out of here. Man, at least the Bucks got their one title out of this run before. They kept getting snake bit. Imagine if they didn't have that one title, and the Giannis Middleton era was just clearly winding down in a very
Right. Follow me and we'll get you out.
negative spiral kind of way.
It would be exactly what the Heat are going through right now, where even though they had 2 whole chances at it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Bucks had 1 shot, and they closed it.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them. He had 2 chances and blew them both. So Jimmy, who is for sure a Hall of Famer, as we went over the other day, still has to retire with no rings, which sucks. Because like what Glenn said today, it is hard to win in this league, but it's harder for some than it is for others. Glenn doesn't deserve the ring he's got. He's a noob. He is new to basketball.
Open fucking sesame. We're on the right track.
A time and a half. Oh, you guys are Jews.
Hey, in a couple weeks you won't be able to say that anymore.
So I gotta use it while I can. No, I'm getting paid $20.25 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I get paid $18.75 an hour, but because of the time that I'm working, I get $1.50 an hour bonus.
Okay.
Now, I interpret that as being I get paid $20.25 an hour because that's what it says on my pay stub. The way that they consider it is that for my overtime, I only get time and a half is $28.13 because that extra $1.50 doesn't matter for overtime, apparently.
Interesting.
Which makes legally that makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. But Cavs win tomorrow, we get a game 7. Well, no road teams won in this series, so. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so we were able to get everything in the vault, which is ultimately what matters. But I must admit, it's too bad I wasn't able... No! You son of a cuck. Are you kidding me, dude? I did all that work. And it pulls me out early. Well, okay, we still did it. And I still learned how to do that meshing with stealth, which I'd never done before, even in the original game. So I'm pretty proud of that. I think we're getting a game 7 in that series. Okay, we almost did this with stealth earlier today. So let's keep trying it. Oh.
We got a bank here. Not a big branch, but I've learned that the vault is...
Yeah, I think the Clippers are done. They are mentally broken. And also, like, do we know what's going on with Kawhi? Is he going to play?
Go loud. You know how to do that. But if you're hoping to raise your game, look for 2 key cards and unlock the vault. Card trunks are a good place to look.
I also think that the Clippers are fucked because Ty Lue is the worst coach in the league right now. There's a lot of competition for that, but he's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst part is that the Clippers need to understand that this is James Harden's team, but they haven't got that. Why is he always injured? Because he sucks. No, genuinely, the reason he's always injured and he didn't have to deal with these injuries before is because his conditioning is awful. So he always gets hurt. His conditioning is awful because he's from San Diego. He's lived his whole life in San Diego. He went to SDSU for college. Once he got into the league, his life goal was to eventually come to Los Angeles in free agency. If San Diego had a basketball team, he'd be on that one. All he never goes to practice. All he does all day long is just smoke in San Diego, and if there's a game, he will occasionally show up. He doesn't give a fuck about conditioning. So his body is always out of shape and being pushed and taxed too hard. Then he ends up getting hurt. That didn't constantly happen to him when he was in San Antonio because, wouldn't you know it, Popovich refused to let him play if he wouldn't if he wouldn't practice and participate in conditioning with the rest of the team. But since he still needed to get his name out there in order to be a free agent that would get signed in LA, he had to do what he had to do. And he was only there in Toronto for the 1 year, and he said, once I'm a free agent, I'm gone.
Yeah. Kawhi Leonard can be connected to so many things in the modern NBA that I really don't like. Kawhi Leonard can be blamed for a lot of it.
What I really don't like is his fucking terrible sister, who's a complete piece of shit and a murderer. And instead of being like, hey, she's my family and I love her, but she's a murdering piece of shit, so whatever. No, instead he's like, I want to try to redeem her name by renaming the charities that I've created after her in her honor. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, the Clippers will never win anything with Kawhi on their team because Kawhi doesn't care. He already got his. Why would he care?
Every hostage you take slows the cops down.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should stash him in the porta potty.
Gang, you can access the roof from there. That's one key card. We need two. Keep looking.
Okay, this is where things get really tricky. Really hard to know what to do from here. I really need to find this camera. Oh, shit. Because he's still making a lot of money, Austin.
Exactly.
Don't tell me there's not a single camera in here.
Well, no, that's just strange. I'm required to read a 19-page thing about insider trading
Oh, really?
and why I'm not allowed to do it. Like, bro, I'm working at a fucking warehouse. How would I even be able to participate in insider trading? And I guess it's because Amazon's a publicly traded company, so that's the insider trading they're worried about. I'm like, bro, what could I possibly see that's going to lead to anything that qualifies under that umbrella? Becomes my question, but whatever.
On the ground. Down on the ground. All of you. Everybody on the ground. Get down. Down. On the ground. Get down on the ground. Stay down. Stay where you are. Down on the ground, people. Stay down.
Oh.
Don't move. Stay down, everybody.
Well, okay, she unfortunately did not drop the key card. Oh, shit. Shit.
Watch your background. Spare the civilians.
I fucking hate the civvies across the road that do that.
Stay still.
They've ruined so many runs for me.
Stay down, everybody. Come on. Stay down, everybody. Stay down. Everybody, stay down. Stay down, everybody.
Aha!
Stay where you are. Don't move. Stay down. On the ground. And stay down. Stay low. Come along now. Come along.
All right, that's both key cards. Let's open the vault up.
Everybody, stay down. Don't move. Keep the crowds in check.
Green lights. Now, let the time lock run down, and it'll open like a summer flower. And you bees can get
Stay
busy
still.
with the honey.
Stay down, everybody. Stay down.
What a fucking idiot. How did she think that was going to work out for her?
Stay low. Stay still. Stay down, all of you. Stay where you are. Stay where you are.
One of you guys answer the phone and pass me through.
Everybody stay down.
Good afternoon. My name is Randolph. I'll be helping you today.
Stay still.
I know what's going on over there, and I want a slice of that pie. Load a bag with money and toss it over the yellow wall near Jimbo's, the auto repair shop. You hear me? And I see one bag crossing the street, I'll call the cops.
Stay down. Stay low. Stay where you are.
Careful now. Watch where you're shooting.
I was shooting somebody who was trying to screw up the entire operation.
Stay where you are. Stay still. Don't move. Stay low. Stay where you are. Down on the ground. And stay put. Stay down. Stay still.
One of you guys answer the phone and pass me through. Good afternoon. Robert's Bank. How can I help you?
Hi, I just saw a
Stay
show
still.
and the bank got
Stay
robbed.
down.
And I want to move my money
Nobody
to a bank
move.
that doesn't get robbed.
Sure. Please hold.
Stay down. Stay down. Stay still. Down. And stay down. Stay down, everybody.
I don't think it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks to process,
Down, everybody.
like they were saying it could.
Stay where you
Because I'm
are.
sitting here like, if it would have taken that long, then how the hell did I do it the first time? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Stay low.
that doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
it's kind of like the thing that I'm dealing with right now, which I don't want to go into detail on stream, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like sometimes
Yeah.
bureaucracy crap takes time.
Yeah. Who wins between Mavs and Thunder? It's hard to say, because while Tyronn Lue is the worst coach in basketball, the second worst coach in basketball is Jason Kidd. Now, Luka and Kyrie are both great players, and they can overcome that bad coaching. But that's really all it comes down to. Now, it's my belief that the Mavs have more talent. The Thunder may have a deeper team, but at the same time, the Thunder are young and inexperienced. And the Mavs are in a good position to take advantage of that lack of experience. If the Mavs still had Rick Carlisle coaching them, I would say absolutely Mavs going to win. I'd say Dallas in 4. But with Jason Kidd being as god-awful of a coach as he is, I truly don't know what to expect. I would not be surprised if the Mavs won because of what I said, that I think they're a better team. I would not be surprised if the Thunder won because they have the better coach and they have a deeper roster.
It kills me that fucking Cuban waited until he actually had a superstar player to fire Carlisle. Like, he kept Carlisle all those years when they didn't have anything.
Right, and it's because Carlisle is an amazing coach, and he fired him because Carlisle refused to keep quiet about one of Cuban's Jew buddies, who was an executive for the team, who was sexually harassing people. And Carlisle said, this is in the middle of Me Too. I'm not going to keep quiet about this guy sexually harassing our employees. That's fucking wrong. And Cuban said, wait a minute. Me Too is supposed to apply to everybody else, not us. So then he fired Carlisle for not keeping it quiet. And I am shocked that Carlisle didn't throw a suit against Mark Cuban, because he would have taken him to the fucking cleaners, man. That would have been big time. But no. He decides, whatever, them's the breaks, let me just move on with my life. It's insane to me, like.
Like, you keep a great coach all those years, you have a bad roster, and then you finally do something big to make the roster good. And you're like, okay, let's go get a bad coach now. That makes sense.
Exactly. Because Cuban just wanted somebody he could put under his thumb. That's all. Like, and that right there is why you've had all the talent in the world and so many different chances and opportunities, and you only got the one ring.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't because you earned it as much as LeBron just fucking fed it to you.
I mean, that was a fun team. I will acknowledge that was a very fun team to have existed in the NBA, and then they decided they didn't really care about trying to repeat for some reason.
A lot of people on that squad deserved the ring
Mm-hmm.
for what they'd gone through in their careers.
Mm-hmm.
But man, he'd have a 2-1 series lead. It's game 4. After this game, there's only one more game in the series played in Dallas. And because of the way that the final structure was back then, game 6 and 7 would be in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Game 4, if the Heat win this game, they take a 3-1 series lead, and at that time, no team had ever come back from being down 3-1. Heat lose the game by 3, featuring LeBron scoring 8 points.
Mm-hmm.
On a 3 for 11 shooting. Don't forget, you were afraid to post up JJ Barea. He threw that series because Wade was gonna win Finals MVP. And LeBron realized his career would never recover if he was robbing for his first ring.
I wonder if they would have just given it to LeBron just because, like, they would have given him a fraud Finals MVP. They've done that before.
Yes, but 2011 was peak LeBron hatred.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have given it to Wade to spite him. That was already what the narrative was. You know, Skip Bayless was all like, this is Dwayne Wade's team. Dwayne Wade is Batman, LeBron James is Robin. And he was right.
You sure you want to do that? Hey, what's up with the itching trigger finger?
You get up. Everybody down. On the ground. Down, all of you. And stay down. Stay down, everybody.
But I like thinking about it in that other way. And I mentioned a couple of days ago, it just clicked for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? No matter what anybody's got to say about him, Bo can say something nobody else can. He got more out of LeBron than anybody else. Multiple rings.
Stay still.
Nobody else can say that.
Stay down, everybody. Body bag case right here. Stay down, all of you.
Grand scheme of things, I'm kind of happy that Miami lost. Because now the stress and anxiety is gone, so I can just enjoy the playoffs now.
Was it really that stressful without Jimmy, though? You kind of just knew what was going to happen and you could just roll with it?
In game 1, you're correct. When we won game 2, convincingly, on their home court, that was only the 5th home loss Boston had had all season. So when that happened, I was like, holy shit, we could win this. Yeah, that's when the anxiety kicked in.
I wanted to ask if you guys offer financing for automobiles.
Stay still.
I can certainly help you with that.
Stay low. Stay down, everybody. 2:30. Stay still. Stay down. Stay down, all of you. Stay down, everybody. Stay where you are.
Moment of truth. Now that my boots are here, my free boots that Amazon gave me,
Stay down.
we got to see if they fit.
One of you guys answer the phone and pass me through.
Act hope on Panthers hockey bandwagon. The best thing in Miami sports right now. I just can't get behind hockey. So, you know, as a Miami sports team, I hope that they do it for the city. But if they do, it's going to be without me. Because I can't, I just can't get into it.
Yeah, it's cool for the city, but it's not necessarily, you know. I know how that is. Like, I like it when the Sounders win, but I don't care that much.
Yeah, but let me tell you, man, it kills me because like a lot of people have been making fun of me about it, and we all know it's gonna happen because no one else in the league would even want to. So when he gets paid, he's obviously gonna get paid by Miami. So then you have to sit there and think, once he gets paid, who's gonna be the worst guy that you gave a fucking max contract to? Tyler Hero or Tua? What Heat championship meant the most to you? 2013. 2006 was the first one, and that was an amazing moment, for sure. Especially because Gary Payton and Alonzo Mourning are two of my favorite all-time players, and them being on that squad to get a ring was really big too. And 2012 was an absolutely amazing experience to watch. I love Shane Battier, and he went absolutely apeshit in that series. I loved seeing it. But and shoeless Mike Miller. He wasn't shoeless yet. That was the next season. But in Game 5, where he just exploded, there were so many amazing moments in that series. Westbrook had... that series made him get the nickname Westbrick. And I remember at one moment during those games, he took a three, and he got the ball stuck between the rim and the backboard, which almost never happens in games, and I think it was the first time it had ever happened in the finals. And it was hilarious to watch. I was dying when that happened. And Spo played whoever offense on Kevin Durant because on a team with James Harden in, Kevin Durant was the worst defender on that roster.
Mm-hmm.
And legitimately, whoever Scott Brooks was trying to hide Kevin Durant on defensively became the top scorer for that game. In Game 1, he listened to the hype, you know, the bird magic bullshit. So he had Durant defending LeBron, and LeBron fucking popped off. Game 2, he's like, okay, that was a little tough. How about Wade? And then Wade exploded. Game 3, he was like, okay, what about Battier? And then Battier exploded. And then he was like, Game 4, okay, fuck. I gotta hide him on somebody. What about that Chalmers guy? And then Chalmers led all scorers for that game. That was amazing. That game was the game that gave birth to the idea of Chalmers phase because that game led to the meme, keep underestimating Chalmers. And everybody laughed at Draj for saying that, but he won. So yeah, keep underestimating Chalmers, guys.
Chalmers,
that was amazing.
He's a two-time world champion.
That's right. 2013 was so emotional. Being the only team in the history of the league to beat the Spurs, Ray Allen with one of the greatest shots in the history of the entire league, possibly the greatest finals moment ever. Because it's right up there with Jordan's game winner over the Jazz, LeBron's block on Iggy. You know, that shot is an all-timer. And of course, Shane Battier was one of my favorite players, and he was struggling all postseason because he was exhausted after the streak. Because during the streak, he was shooting 55% from three. He was absolutely unconscious. And he was exhausted after that. So he was really struggling the whole postseason. He'd played like absolute shit. Game 7 comes around, 6 for 6 from three.
Yeah, that was... I remember watching that in a bar, and it was kind of amazing to see because he had been awful for like 2 months.
Right. Exactly. So me at home, I was so emotional when that was happening. Plus, Battier, he didn't defend it, but he psyched Tim Duncan out. So Tim Duncan missed a crucial layup in the final seconds of the game. And Tim Duncan explained it. He's like, I expected Shane Battier to contest it, so I was already contorting my shot to avoid the contest. And if he had tried to contest it, I really feel like I would have made that shot. Because what happened is when I saw that he wasn't contesting it and he was just letting me go, as I was already in the process of contorting my body, I psyched myself out and I thought, oh, if he's not going to do that, let me just lay it in easily. So I tried to contort my hand back to do it normally, but it was too late. I didn't have the positioning anymore. So I basically just threw it at the underside of the rim. And I'm all like, and if Battier didn't psych him out, that doesn't happen. So yeah, and just like Big Country said, 2013 Heat were a top 5 all-time team in the league ever. That was a huge, huge series for me. Hugely important. Hugely everything. Very emotional, and being the only team to ever beat the Spurs in the finals was huge for me. That meant a lot to me. 2013 was the most meaningful championship. What about you guys? What's your favorite Super Bowl? I bet I can guess.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, when you win, you want it to be a memorable moment. You know. And in the grand scheme of things, 2006 isn't all that memorable outside of people who were fans of the Heat.
Yeah.
It wasn't a particularly amazing series. And a lot of people by now just remember it as, oh man, that series was so totally rigged for the Heat because Wade had 1 billion free throws. But Eric was talking about it, and he's like, I never understood why people had that mentality. He had so many free throws because our coach, I think it was Avery Johnson.
Yeah, Avery.
Yeah, Avery Johnson was all like, this Wade kid, he's only in his 2nd season. He's still basically a rookie. You know what? This game's too big for him. Let's take the ball out of Shaq's hands because he's the guy we got to worry about. We want Wade with the ball, and when he's got the ball and he goes, foul the shit out of him. You pound the crap out of that kid, and you know what? He's going to crumble at the line. That's our strategy for the series. And Dirk was like, and Wade just made all the free throws, so we lose. He's like, he thought the kid would shrink, but it turns out that even though he was in his 2nd season, he was already an all-time great, so,
I thought that was his,
you know.
I thought that was his 3rd season.
No, hold on. 2003 draft. 03, 04, 04, 05, 05. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, 3rd season. Sorry. My bad. But the point is, he was young.
Mm-hmm.
He was younger than Kobe was in Kobe's first finals.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of crazy because Kobe skipped college and Wade didn't.
Right. In fact, as far as the chronology works, I think that the series equivalent for the year when Wade was Finals MVP, Kobe in the same season, that was the year that he had the famous air balls.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that was it was that kind of mentality, you know, because given that old school line of thinking, you know, I imagine if Wade did crumble, then Avery Johnson would look like a genius. But that's what Dirk was saying. It's just all like, so people saying that, you know, they just got favored by the refs because he shot a ton of free throws. They clearly weren't watching the games because we fouled the shit out of that kid, and we tried like hell to make him lose the game at the free throw line, and it didn't work.
Did Pat Riley retire immediately after those finals, or retire? From
no,
coaching?
He did one more season, thinking that they were still going to be great, but Shaq had one more than Kobe, so that was the beginning of when Shaq stopped giving a shit.
Okay.
So they were unexpectedly, horrifically bad, so then they decided to trade him. If I remember right, they traded him to Phoenix
for Sean Marion and Marcus Banks. I remember this.
Right, which led down the path to Sean Marion eventually ending up in Dallas to beat us in 2011. But yeah, my whole point is you always want the championships that your team wins to be the memorable moments. So, you know, for the Seahawks, you know, the Super Bowl that you guys got, that was the biggest ass whooping in a Super Bowl ever. The first play of the game was a safety. Everybody remembers that Super Bowl because Peyton Manning got absolutely fucking humiliated after he just put up one of the greatest seasons that a quarterback has ever had. That's the one that you want to win because that's a memorable fucking game, you know?
Right.
How do you think the Falcons feel about giving up the 28-3 lead? Now, Patriots fans love that because that's the greatest comeback in the history of the Super Bowl.
More snipers are moving in. That's perfect. The cage is assembled. Now load it. So we
But
can
it sucks being on the other side of that history. Because even though the
Mhm.
Spurs won in 2014, Spurs fans, to this day, you still talk to them. They don't care about 2014. All they remember is how much 2013 sucked.
Mhm. I mean, they did what they could to redeem it. I mean, you know, they can't undo what happened. And they did, you know, have a very nice comeback year. They dealt with it better than most teams that have a big meltdown like that, I think. Most teams that have a big meltdown like that do not recover immediately the way they did. I will say that.
Yeah, I agree with you there. These boots are okay. They're extra super stiff as hell, though. I just don't have the time to break them in before I gotta wear them to work. That's what sucks. So I don't know if you've ever done this before, but having to break your shoes in at work, ugh.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here would be my question then. Are they stiff because they haven't really been used and they'll eventually kind of naturally just start to soften up?
Yeah, because I've worn multiple pairs of work boots before. You know, it's because they're made with leather, and that's how leather is. You know, it's always stiff at first, but then heat and moisture gets to it, and it starts to break down. Yeah, and Austin, that's exactly what I was talking about. Is because you're not a Spurs fan, that's why you think that. Now, the Spurs did have the largest margin of victory of any finals in history. So you'd think that it'd still count and make up for and all that shit. But it didn't. Because 2013 was humiliating. It didn't matter that they won here, they lost.
Mm-hmm.
And it was their only loss. And they can never get that back.
Like
Not only that,
they almost made the 27-game win streak mean nothing. And they blew it. Like that does hurt. I get it, you know?
Right. Plus, they gave up the Ray Allen shot. Plus, in 2014, there were just a million excuses for we only won because. We only won because these guys are mostly old and they spent their life force to win last year. This isn't the same team we played last year. They only won because LeBron wanted to quit on this team because he wanted to go back home to Cleveland. We only won because Lake cramps with his fucking air conditioning complaining. Oh my god, I've got cramps, this sucks. Meanwhile, he's the only person who cramped in a building where everyone didn't have air conditioning. Like, what the fuck? There were just like a million different excuses, so it's all like, it's not the same. You know? Obviously, you love the win, and Spurs fans were happy in the moment, but it was one of those, like, it doesn't last as long as it should have.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep you warm.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what I mean, because we're 10 years out now. So you talk to Spurs fans now, do they have happy memories and do they feel good remembering 2014? Not really. What they sit there and think about is, you know, the before times where they're like, man, remember that time we swept LeBron? Man, remember that time we pulled it out against the best defense ever and 1-7 over that Pistons squad that beat the Lakers the year previously? That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, I think you could make an argument that every Spurs title was kind of weak. Like, the 05 title, I really think that Pacers team was going to win it all, and then Artest did that. And like, that was the best team that year. That was a really good team.
Yeah, if it weren't for the malice, that was it. And you got to feel really bad for Reggie Miller.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, the first one, of course, was the lockout season, which that was a stupid, stupid season.
It wasn't just the lockout season. They played the Knicks without Ewing.
Mm-hmm. They played an 8 seed in the finals.
Right. And it was all like, yeah, and plus, a ton of people at the time were saying that the Knicks shouldn't have even made it because it was Dick Bavetta with his phantom 4-point play call for Larry Johnson against the Pacers is the only reason that they were there. They're like, we should have been playing against the Pacers, not the Knicks.
Mm-hmm. And that was the Pacers team with, like, Jalen Rose.
Yep.
And Reggie Miller, and, God, who else did they have? Dale Davis, I want to say.
It was pretty much the exact same team as that finals team the year after, and that was again. They're like, okay, so they didn't send the Knicks to the finals on that bullshit nonsense, and wouldn't you know it, the Pacers laughed their way to the finals this year. Like, it was a done deal. That Pacers squad should have made it. Anyway, so I'm finally done with everything that I had to do to get ready for
Very nice.
starting work. I'm not gonna break these shoes, and I'm not gonna wear them all fucking day. That's just stupid.
Would it really do that much at this point?
I'd have to wear them all day for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, not really.
They'll break in eventually on their own.
Yeah. And in the meantime, my feet will just bleed.
I don't understand it. Obscene. Oh, that's really stupid of you. You don't. I hate these fucking sewers. So I was able to get the vault open with stealth. Pretty proud of that, but I don't know how realistic it is to solo stealth this whole mission.
Think if my Thunder beat the Spurs in the conference finals that year, they would have beaten the Heat that year. Grease next. Hell no. If you're talking about 2014, not a chance. He'd had OKC's number forever.
I'm trying to remember who was on that team. That was after the Harden trade, obviously.
Yeah, it was KD, Westbrook, Ibaka, Thabo, Sefolosha.
Oh yeah, Thabo. The great Thabo.
Yeah, that was just Durant's fraudulent MVP year because everybody was tired of LeBron.
Yeah, that was the year he gave the MVP speech that made everyone think he was a great guy.
Yeah. So yeah, Thabo, Sefolosha, Jeremy Lamb. I remember him. Derek Fisher for a minute.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. I might be coming back in a little bit to do Rebirth, but I am going to be turning off the stream for a bit. I got some things I got to do, so I don't know if I'm going to stream more tonight. But thanks for coming out, everybody. See you guys later.
Wait, hold on. Don't end it yet. Okay. Austin, I didn't say that the Heat were bad that year. I said that the Heat were not the same team as they were the season previous. But that just means that the Spurs playing perfect basketball were able to overcome them. That was another thing, is that Spurs team in 2014 basically played flawless. Almost flawless offense. That was the best ball movement that I have ever seen out of any team ever. The only team that's even come close is the Nuggets team last year and this year. and look at them winning. So if the Thunder had actually won, then that's a very different matchup. Because yeah, the Heat were not capable of handling the Spurs that year. They could have handled not only that, but Westbrook missed like half the fucking season with injuries. That Thunder team was on its last legs.
That Thunder team was playing Derek Fisher like 40 minutes a game in the playoffs. I remember now.
Plus, Steven Adams in his rookie year, he was getting like hardly any minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They had to rely heavily on Reggie Jackson.
That was embarrassing, actually. A team trying to make the finals was starting and heavily leaning on Derek Fisher as the starting point guard when he was like 39 years old.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, like I was saying.
Yeah, it was bad.
Right. Okay, so, yeah, I got my rant in.
All right, see you guys later.
Go now.